Hi, I'm Kirk McHenry of Red Eyes Ops LLC. I wanted to discuss the benefits of the night shooting system. I have covered a lot of this in previous videos, but I've gotten a lot of customers and people are wanting to be a little more further in detail of the benefits of the night shooting system. The first thing that stands out to me with the night shooting system and how it works for me in the field is the deployment of the light. If you notice, I have my light, and it will accommodate any 1-inch mounting hardware for any light that accepts that. I'm running a Coyote light in my video, and they happen to be one of my sponsors, and I'm very happy with this light, but it will work with basically any light that's going to mount to the 1-inch setup that you would commonly see on top of a scope mount system and whatnot, rapid mounts or any other 1-inch hardware. But back on track, it's the deployment of the light. You'll notice how much further my light is out than your scope mounted lights or other systems that people use where they have the lights mounted off the sides of their scopes or even off of their heads. You don't want to be illuminating your area of operations, and that's as simple as I can put it. Your area of operations need to be dark, and that's what this affords me. My deployment is giving me that really dark area of operations so that when a predator comes in, such as this Pennsylvania Coyote at my feet, it just can't see me so well. It can't see me moving. It can't see me, manipulating my safety. It can't see me getting and taking my cheek weld for my shot. It's the proper deployment that's going to give me a little more advantage, and any advantage we can put in our favor in the field is going to stack up and ultimately result in more fur on the ground. The second thing that I use this for at night is for simply versatility. At night, I can make such quick adjustments with one leg compared to having to drag a bipod through brush or getting caught on corn stubble or making excess racket. Your noise discipline is so crucial on a predator hunt. From the very moment that you leave your vehicle to the time you take your shot, your stealth is of the utmost importance, and you can't forget that. Well, the monopod, it really allows you to have that extra stealth, that extra one less leg, and not only just for stealth purposes, but on hills like I'm on right now, I can literally manipulate it to flat ground and on hillsides. And when I shoulder my rifle and make my cheek weld into my stock, it doesn't matter. I can always keep my gun vertical and eliminate that cant that can happen when you're on a bipod. Your gun might be canted. Even shooting sticks have the versatility to be on the hillside, but you really got to open them up, and it takes a lot more effort to do. The monopod is a simple boom to boom, and it's fire time. It's boom time. So, deployment, versatility. And like the last thing I would want to mention in this video for those who have inquired are going to be the management of your light. When you're independent from your light system, it is a major advantage. It's a major advantage. It's something that I've learned 18 years ago, and even though I can go buy scope mounted lights, I can go buy all the other things everybody else are doing, you find me in every photograph sitting like this. There's a reason for that. It works. It works so well that I won't go away from it. This Pennsylvania Coyote here, quick little story, it came hard left on me. It come out on a side profile trying to get my wind. It couldn't because of how I had set my stand. However, that's what was in its mind. So it was going to try to go hard left on me. If my gun light would have been on me, it might have saw me swing because I would have been basically broadcasting my light over my gun, and it would see me swinging toward it. All I did last night, I caught the animal I had a headlight on, I caught its eyes off in the distance on my profile, and I just went with my light and got on the halo and followed in and got set for my shot. The thing that I hear a lot is they don't understand the light management purposes of it. What you're doing is, because you're able to go left and right, you're going back and forth with this light, it's so much easier to stay concealed. Whereas when your light's on top of your weapon system and you're committed to it being there, And I already have a video that shows this, so I don't want to touch upon it too long. But it's literally, you're seeing your barrel and your movement swing. You're even a lot of times broadcasting light on your body. You've got to be very careful with your light. These animals, the coyotes in particular, they'll humble you very quickly. And last but not least, what I've noticed is when I do things right, I make my stands properly, and I have the stealth, and I'm using the proper deployment of my light, creating that force field for me to hide behind. When this coyote come in, I can wave at it. I can go back here and wave with my hand. It's not seeing me. It's the same tactics that law enforcement officers would use on a traffic stop. People get mad when the lights get all lit up on them. They're doing the same thing, folks. They're using their lights to maintain the position of advantage. That's all I'm doing. I'm maximizing that by using the night shooting system. And by keeping myself independent, I was able to give this Pennsylvania coyote the bottom half of my halo and safely be able to stay on target. I'm watching the animal through the crosshairs, and literally with a little bit of degree, I'm talking, it probably wasn't more than that. I'm literally watching the animal, but I got him in the halo. And what I found is when you don't do that, a lot of times these animals will hang up, or the intensity will just burn them out. I'm giving them such a small amount of light, and because I'm so well hidden, they feel more confident to come into my stands that I've selected to hunt that night. And it's just so beneficial, because now what's going on is I'm getting closer shots. And that's why I always say, we're getting closer counts. It does. Not everybody shoots a one-hole gun. Some people are shooting 1-inch MOA at 100. Some may even be shooting 2 MOA at 100. But what I'm saying is that every inch that your bullet travels out of your barrel, everything magnifies against you. Whether it be the inaccuracy of your own weapon system, it's going to catch up with you. The farther out you go, it's going to magnify. Whether it be the environmental conditions, such as wind, maybe mirage, what have you. But there's also the environmental conditions that can factor against the flight of your bullet. And then last but not least, you got what you do wrong behind the trigger. Every little mistake that I make back here behind my trigger intensifies the farther my bullet goes down range. So it's only logical, and I would like to think most people know this, that getting the closer shots is going to be the winner. And that's where you're going to find yourself with a higher hit-to-miss ratio. You're going to have much more energy. You're not going to be like, I'm shooting a 17 Mach 4 here, and quite honestly, there should be 2 laying here, folks. I shot this one, I called in another one with it. This is a female, and more than likely the other one was a male, but my gunshot was enough to make the other animal not really want to hang out. And I had about a 250-yard shot at night, and with the coyote light, it was clearly identifiable, and I could have made that shot all day long. I had total confidence in my ability to make that shot. But with a 17 Mach 4 with a 20 grain VMAX, I felt like I wasn't doing that animal justice. I felt like I was a little undergunned. If I had my 22-250, we'd be hopefully be filming behind 2 different coyotes versus just the one that I had to settle on. I'll go back and try to pick that other one up. But like I said, this one was really extremely close. And it was only the gunshot that made me have to take that longer opportunity, which I elected to pass at this particular time. But those closer shots are coming, not because of luck. They're coming because of a system that I've been using for almost 2 decades, where I'm using that light effectively, so I don't spook the animal. I'm letting it feel very comfortable, and I'm only giving it a little bit until I can get my shot off. Now, I'm filming a little bit sometimes, so I'll burn them more only because I'm filming. But when I'm not filming, people who have hunted with me are amazed at how close I get these animals. But it's because it's light deployment in conjunction with light management, and then the versatility of the monopod night shooting system with that one leg for stealth and just easy to be able to get set up in any kind of terrain. This is how I'm making it happen. This is one of the things I did for years and no one even knew about, and I've been just year after year after year doing the same thing. And these coyotes that lay before me all the time, these foxes that lay before me all the time, You know, facts and stats don't lie. It's a simple fact of I'm getting these animals closer. I don't miss very much because I'm getting easier shots. I'd like to think I'm an awesome marksman, but the truth of the matter is that a lot of my shots aren't 300-yard night shots. Don't think for a second they are. I'm shooting my animals much closer than I would think the average hunter is, and I attribute that to partly my skill set and how I do things, but a lot of it goes into this night shooting system. And when people ask me about the benefits, and I thought the other videos that I put together were adequate, but I wanted to just touch real quick on a benefit video of what I feel this brings to the table for me every single season with a high degree of success. That's about really all I want to touch about on this. For those of you asking, here's your video on benefits. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out the other videos where you can see where I compare a scope mounted light to the night shooting system. That shows you the stealth right there, folks. The proof is in the pudding. It's right there on video. And then the other video I want you to watch, especially for those of you who purchase a night shooting system off Red Eyes Ops LLC, I want you to watch that tip video. It's very informative, and it goes through how you should use and get accustomed and acclimated to this particular way of hunting. Many guys haven't done this. Many folks, many gals haven't done it. So it's something new, and I get that, but it's very easy once you grab a hold of it, and all of a sudden you're getting these shots closer, and you're realizing, wow, I've been missing out on something all this time about instead of taking these longer shots and maybe getting busted a little more. You're going to net more fur once you learn three basic things here, which is the versatility in conjunction with the stealth that it brings you, the deployment of your light being different in conjunction with light management. When you tie all those three things together and you practice your stealth and do your calling properly and get into your stands right, things are going to work for you. And like I said, people look at the Pennsylvania coyote as almost like a ghost in my parts. I talk to guys that hunt years and years and years. They don't get there first. And I see major mistakes, and a lot of it revolves around their light discipline and some of the tactics that they use. And once they start fine-tuning these things, they start getting pictures of these beautiful Pennsylvania coyotes that we have here in Pennsylvania. And for that matter, anybody who night hunts, I invite any state to come check this out. If you're not high racking in Texas and you're a ground hunter like myself on most of your hunts, especially if you're by yourself, where you might have a law on the books that don't allow you to even attach a light to your gun. I'm a one-man show here. I'm a one-man show, and this is a very lethal system. And I've done this for upwards of 18 years now, and I found it to be a very lethal system in the field. So if it sounds like it's interesting to you, check it out on www.redeyesops.com, and hopefully, again, folks, I'm hoping I'm addressing your benefits questions. Take care.